So machine learning, like I said, all what it takes for me in my observation is that interest. You need to have an interest in it. Maybe you can do some research about it, find out how much people typically make, find out what it's about, also find out I mean, basically this machine learning I've noticed is for people that are very passionate. So for you to be good at it, you have to be have a sense of enthusiasm, like I said. So yeah, so that is really the way I look at it. And as for in general, you know, the other courses are also good, but machine learning, like I said, will be my preference, not because I'm teaching it, but because it has the potential to shape the future in ways unimaginable. So that is there's a lot of unexploited terrain in that domain, and so I really it's my hope that if people can at least have a conversation about this, we can uh, you know we can really get some good things going out there because. Like I said, I went to school at Georgia Tech. I worked with Indians, Chinese, white people, Hispanics, and trust me, most of the guys that study this, after like 1, 2 years, they're gonna open companies because I've had experience already. So that is the kind of vision I have. So it's like I really want people to use this and better themselves and better the community because if we are strong financially, then nobody can push us around.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on another edition of Iwing Marketplace Chit Chat. Iwing Marketplace Chit Chat is a show where we give the opportunity to entrepreneurs to talk about themselves and their journey. If you want to advertise your business on Iwing Marketplace, make sure you hook up with me. Today we are with Chu Meh, Dr. Chu Meh, all the way in New Jersey. Please, Dr. Chu Meh, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. I hope you can all hear me okay.
Perfect.
Yes. So perfect. So yeah. So my name is Chu. You can call me Dr. Chu Meh. I have a PhD from Georgia Tech, electrical engineering, with a specialization in machine learning. So I've worked in industry for a reasonable amount of time. I worked at Boeing. I worked at Ford. I worked for Baylor University as a consultant. I worked for Perceptics. I worked for Georgia Tech Research Institute uh, and many other places. I've also taught classes in the university level. And basically, I just all about at this point, I'm just trying to, bring this idea of machine learning to the market and at least in the African community per se, because I know I've been
Wow.
training with people for a while.
Very beautiful resume you have out there, from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech, I think, is one of the best in tech, with MIT. You're doing really
Yeah,
well, and that's amazing. And I'm glad you're here with us today because I know
yeah.
you're going to be sharing vital information. We're all about inspiring people. So I would like to start with my first question. Right now, with the COVID-19 going on, and so many people are out of jobs, so many retail industries that are employing so many people are closing down. So there are a lot of people back home, with no jobs. What do you think will be the future of jobs moving forward?
Well, I mean, I'm glad you asked that question. So, you know, um, that question it has a very subtle answer to it. So, back in the days of our forefathers, people used to work in the farm, and work with their hands, So now the people still do hard labor, but not to that level. So I just think with the COVID and everything, um, labor has shifted from hard labor to soft labor, and that's where IT comes in.
Wow. So what are the fields in IT that you think people should start, investing their time in learning, in order to position themselves in the job market?
Well, basically. there's a lot of data out there, you know. So I mean, with the afflux of technology, we'll have all kinds of data available out there. We'll have metadata, we have facial data, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, all kind of data out there. So everything is going towards data. So you know, people are doing a lot of cybersecurity, deep the database analysis, um, and in my case, machine learning. And I, for one, I think machine learning is the future because it has a lot of untapped potential. It's very ubiquitous. You know, it can be applied to many domains. You know, so there is no reason why we shouldn't be on this market as Africans because everybody, almost everybody, the Chinese, the Indians, the everybody else have seen a lot of potential in this domain, and they have tapped into it, and they're creating companies for themselves. And we seem to be the ones really trailing behind in this area.
That's a conversation we need to be having. And I'm glad you did mention that. But before we dive into machine learning, I noticed something about you. You can play the guitar and piano. Can you tell us how did you get to learn how to do all that?
Well, thank you for asking that. I mean, I that's an interesting question, and I'm glad you kind of asked it at this point in time because, um, well, music for me anyway. For some other people, it may be something else, but music for me is a way to keep myself alert and sharp. You know, I mean, there is no way you can be into music and have a low IQ per se. You know, so it's kind of a way for me to keep myself mentally sharp, to keep myself curious, and you know, so believe me or not, that helps even in my studies. It helps, you know, in my habits and things like that. To get good at music, you gotta put in a lot of time. So I just kind of transfer the skills, the habits from music to other areas of my life.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So now tell us, what is machine learning? Because I mean, I really want to know more than every other person out there because we have so many terminology nowadays. You know, there's AI, there's data analytics, you know, there's machine learning. What exactly is machine learning and how is it different from all that?
Well, so that's a good question. So most of the time, at AI, which stands for artificial intelligence, and machine learning, are used interchangeably. So, but it's different from database administration or database analysis. So, machine learning, basically, for lack of a better word, has to deal with training machines or computers to kind of try to reason like human beings. So machine learning. So you're teaching a machine to have something similar to a human mind so that it can make decisions on its own.
Wow. So when you mean training the machines, I mean, like examples, like when you go to maybe like McDonald's and you can place your order through a kiosk, or what can you give us some examples of how it works, you
Well, I
know?
mean, it's so vast to be honest. The scope of machine learning is so vast that it's probably better. I'm better off giving a very basic example to explain that because like machine learning can span agriculture, it can even span political tweaks, like you know, like the case we're dealing with, facial recognition and all kind of stuff. So let's say, for example, I'll give a very basic example. Let's say we are trying to we're getting close to Thanksgiving, and that's a very basic example. So we're trying to the people at the shop right are trying to find out the peak seasons to say increase their sales, right, to attract more customers. They can do some kind of learning on that, or they can write software and which is dependent on data to get that to make those informed decisions. So like let's say you have previous data and it shows that okay, maybe the 5 days before Thanksgiving is the best time to to get a lot of clients to come and shop because during Thanksgiving everybody is maybe out of their homes or cities and stuff like that. So that's a very basic example, but machine learning can be applied in everything basically.
Wow, very, very interesting. So, like, I see you have boot camps going on. Can you tell us about the boot camps? What are you trying to accomplish, and what are the boot camps all about?
Well, my bootcamp is based on machine learning that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, my idea for creating this program was just get people more aware of the machine learning and hopefully get jobs in this area. And we can start forming our own company because machine learning is not, to be honest, it's not a tool which you kind of use just to go get a job. If you are really aggressive enough, you can form your own company and do a lot of great stuff with it. So and
Wow, I like that idea, because we need to create our own company, and hire people in our community. So I like that. So, but who can take, your boot camp?
who can take my bootcamp? Anybody
Right.
that is very um, anybody that wants to learn. That's really the bottom line. Anybody that just is interested and is a candidate for this, to be honest.
Right. So, take for example, like there are so many nurses who are looking to change their careers. Yeah,
Yes,
people who have let's say a career that they're looking to move to a new career. It's a good
yes.
for them. Well, what are some of the
Yeah, no,
skills?
like I
Mhm.
said, it all boils down to people who have the interest. It starts with interest, So there is, if you're interested, that's all what it takes. At least in my class, because I had my last session finished 2 weeks ago, and there was somebody that came in with no degree, and to be honest, she's getting a lot of interviews right now, and
That,
hopefully she gets a job that will make everybody proud, at least myself proud.
wow, that's amazing. So, what are the skills that are needed, for someone to, come to study AI? Do they need like what skills do they need to have?
Well, basically, they just need basic math skills, just basic, not no calculus, no of that stuff, like just basic algebra. Um, um, and to be honest, that's not even a necessity. But algebra will open your mind up a little bit. Then you need to have an interest in programming, and those are the hard skills you need. But I think to succeed in the industry, you need a sense of conviction. You need a sense of conviction. You need a sense of, like, when you tell a story, let it make sense. Let it be convincing. So yes.
So there are so many people who are going to be watching this interview, and they're looking to, study a program, maybe data analysis, maybe cyber security, or maybe machine learning. So what do you have to tell them?
Um, about those courses or just in general?
Just in general, and in machine learning in particular.
Well, I'll start machine learning. So machine learning, like I said, all what it takes for me, in my observation, is that interest. You need to have an interest in it. Maybe you can do some research about it, find out how much people typically make, find out what it's about. Also find out, basically this machine learning I've noticed is for people that are very passionate. So for you to be good at it, you have to have a sense of enthusiasm, like I said. So, yeah, so that is really the way I look at it. And as for in general, you know, the other courses are also good, but machine learning, like I said, will be my preference, not because I'm teaching it, but because it has the potential to shape the future in ways unimaginable. So that is there's a lot of unexploited terrain in that domain, and so I really it's my hope that if people can at least have a conversation about this, we can uh, you know we can really get some good things going out there. Because like I said, I went to school at Georgia Tech. I worked with Indians, Chinese, white people, Hispanics, and trust me, most of the guys that study this, after like 1 2 years, they go and open companies because I've had experience already. So that is the kind of vision I have. So it's like I really want people to use this and better themselves and better the community. Because if we are strong financially, then nobody can push us around.
Very true. I agree with you 100%. So, how can people get in touch with you? People who are interested in taking
Yes,
the boot camp.
yes. So I have a lot of information. Iwing Marketplace is the place to go. My services are under Dr. Chu Consultancy. It falls under educational services on Iwing Marketplace. All my information is there. My email, my phone number, or whatever else you need to know about the syllabus. So just go to Iwing Marketplace and everything you need will be there.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chu. And I'm pretty sure we have to be connecting more to discuss about different topics in IT, like the
Yes,
digital economy and more about
sure.
machine learning. So I'll definitely touch base with you in the future for more of such discussion. And everybody watching out there, thanks so much for joining us. And if you're looking to start a new career or you're looking to learn more about machine learning, contact Dr. Chu. Ask him all the questions that you want to ask him so that you can be best with the necessary tools that you need to make a decision if you want to take his program or not. Thank you all for watching.
Yes, yes, thank you. Like I mean, I really appreciate you having me. And I just have one more word for anybody listening. So, like I said, we live in a tough times right now, and you know, taking a course like this, or any course for that matter, is very important. Because you have to take risks in the world we live in right now. You need to take risks. And uh, you know, the way things are going right now, uh, we have to just keep our head up and get all the money we can. Because people are literally sidelined in this society because we don't have the income, and income here really is power. So that is also my ulterior motive for doing it. So if we can join this bandwagon, we can break the shackles of poverty, and be that light that everybody looks up to, especially ourselves.
Thank you. That's some wise words out there. We have to, you know, use all these tools, learn this machine learning and all the IT programs that are out there so that we can use it to build companies that can better ourselves and our community. Dr. Chu, thank you very much. Stay blessed. Keep doing all the good things out there. And we are out.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, sir. All right.